That's great. But he threw nothing. He landed nothing. He did nothing. First things first, credit where credit is due. That might be one of the toughest sons of bitches I have ever seen in my entire life. Like, in movies even, I've seen people not as tough as that kid, right? Like, there's no question that kid is made of heart, toughness, will, all the things you'd want to see in a fighter, 100%. That's literally where it ends. Mm-hmm. And I think I want to give the kid credit for stepping in, right? The kid, he deserves credit for stepping up on such a crazy occasion. The lights that were on him, the opponent that he was given, it's a tall order for anybody, frankly, especially coming into the UFC as your debut. I'm glad that kid got a payday that's going to change his life, because that made that fight to a certain extent worth it for him, right? Where it bothers me is that was straight up abuse, right? That wasn't a fight. That was a punching bag with gloves on. It was not a fight. I don't even know what the fight metric is. We all know what Sean O'Malley did. You know, he landed over 200 strikes in the 80th percentile. Probably took years off of that kid's life at this point, realistically, right? How many punches did this kid even throw back or land back? We're talking about a fraction of what O'Malley hit him with. That fight should have been stopped like 2 rounds before it did. I kind of felt at where it got stopped. Even I felt when it happened, like, bro, you let it go this far. Let him finish. You know what I mean? But the truth of the matter is Sean O'Malley, you know, he's kind of arrogant, right? He's confident, and it boils over into arrogance sometimes, and things like that. But there was a bit of truth to what he said in the fact that there were 30 seconds left. In 30 seconds, that kid could have been seriously injured, permanently injured.
Well, the reason why Herb Dean finally stepped in is because O'Malley, you know, was really starting to lay into him
and pick it up. Yeah, and I mean, the reality is at no point in that fight was Moutinho giving him, that's not how you pronounce his name. That's Moutinho. That was the other girl. At no point was that man giving Sean O'Malley any issues, right? I think the biggest issue was O'Malley, like, so what am I supposed to hit him with at this point? Like, right. I can keep hitting him, but I'm not really sure what else I'm supposed to do here. And you could see he was gassing. Yeah, he was gassing from beating this guy to a pulp.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yep. To give credit to Moutinho was walking him down, though, for a lot of that fight.
That's great. But he threw nothing. He landed nothing. He did nothing.
You know, like, O'Malley was just slippery.
You know what's insane to think about that I never thought about till right now? It was one of the worst beatings we've ever seen. Yet I wonder what would have happened if it was a 5-round fight.
What do you mean?
Like O'Malley was getting tired of beating him up. Like, I'm curious how tired he actually would have gotten. I think he would have been fine, but like, I wonder. Like, he was noticeably like getting tired.
Yeah, and I think too
was not stopping.
And O'Malley, you could see O'Malley's game plan change somewhere in the second round, because O'Malley was throwing all kinds of crazy shit in the first round, kicks and all kinds of stuff.
He was
once he realized that dude wasn't going away, the kicks kind of stopped, because that takes way more energy out of you than throwing punches.
Yep.
And I'm pretty sure O'Malley realized this kid's not really doing much, and he's not really blocking very well. I'm just going to spend my night throwing 1-2s, 1-2-3s, boxing him up for the most part. And it worked. You know what I mean? He was able to manage his gas properly. He took a couple of deep breaths, which, you know, look, anybody who thinks that isn't difficult, I challenge you to throw, just without any weights, just throw punches for 5 minutes straight and see where you're at at the end of that.
2.
Yeah. Yeah. So, you know, it was a great performance on O'Malley's part, but, you know, bricks don't hit back. Let's put it like that.